What is up, everybody? Hold on. Let me fix this for a moment. Hello, everybody. It is Michael here today. Hold on. I need to fix this up a bit. So, these two, I will address one by one, and I will save the best for last, as always. But first, I will start with the man himself, Raider Cousin. Raider Cousin, man. We need to talk. I know you fucking took down JP's channel. It's obvious because it's coincidence that once JP's channel went down, your bitch ass was live right after his channel got taken down. So that's a little suspicious, and you muted his mom according to JP. I'm not even a fan of JP. I'm just saying you're acting all cool. Everything you're protected. I don't think that. What the fuck? What? Nothing much, but I'm gonna expose this guy, Raider Cousin. So, as I was saying, Raider Cousin, you are a fake Raiders fan who can't even name his offensive lineman properly. This dude looks like fucking Jabba the Hutt. This dude, every time you see him on the live stream, all he does is smoke. Smoke, smoke, smoke. And my gosh, man, what is wrong with your girlfriend, man? I don't even know why she married. I don't even know why she's there. Oh, look at Raider Cousin, man. He's so handsome. Every time they are in bed at night, she could just rub her hand on his little chest. Like, get the fuck out of here, man, with that bullshit. And I fucking know you dox people and you fucking burn bridges. And trust me, you do it. You did it with CG. You've done it with Raider Ben, and you now just did it with JP of the New Orleans Saints. Now we have A Bomb, who looks like a fucking Oompa Loompa. Oopla doop the. If you are wise, then listen to me. This faggot ass looks like a fucking Oompa Loompa. I would call you Jabba the Hutt, but you're more like fucking Barney the Purple Dinosaur. And by the way, I know what your wife looks like. I'm gonna show you guys. His wife looks like this. That's what his wife looks like. Hey, Bob, out of the woman you married this girl? Sorry. I mean, look at this girl, man. She has no teeth, man. I don't know how you kiss at night, but I think you. Oh my gosh, man. That's your fucking mom. That's your wife until further notice. So, A Bum. Your new name is A Bum. Okay, that's your new name. So, Raider Cousin or A Bomb, I have something for you. Link is in the description. Pull up. Oh yeah, also A Bomb claiming that CG copied you. Like, bro, no one's trying to fucking copy you. you're not a fucking idol. No one's looking, oh, this dude is copying me. Oh, he has a little tattoo of mine. Oh, boo-hoo. Fuck you. You don't deserve to be copied off of. You're not an idol. You're a fucking nobody to the 49ers fan base. Yeah, but Matthew, he's saying that, oh, CG copied me. Like, get the fuck out of here, man, with that bullshit. Plus, you're not an idol. You're not popular like Colin Kaepernick. You're not even popular. You're not popular than most of the fucking people that are 49ers fans. So what's the difference? I don't know. My connection's bugging for a minute. Like, come on, man. These two are fucking drama creators, man. I was actually Matthew. I was on A Bomb's live stream one time, and he fucking kicked me. Yeah, true story. Why am I calling him A Bomb? He's supposed to be a bum. Yes, he's a fucking A bum. Your wife looks like this, A bomb. Your wife looks like fucking that. I'm pretty sure you need toothpaste every time you. Sorry. I'm pretty sure you need toothpaste every time that you kiss her lips. Because if I'm being honest, I, I probably would have died if I kissed that fucking bitch. And Raider cousin, man, you fucking smoking? My phone was almost on fire because you were fucking smoking. Fucking bum. Yeah, who's bothering to come up here? Well, if anyone want you come on here, if anyone wants to come on here, I did pin the link in the chat if any of y'all want to join Jonathan or Matthew. So you can witness. Yeah, but anyway, like it's been like 11 minutes and they haven't even shown up. Not even their fans have even showed up. Be like, oh, why are you talking shit? Even that Centennial guy. Folks, I waited a fucking hour and almost 2 hours for this punk to come to pull up on my live stream. I had CEO Top Dog, and he still didn't come. Like, fuck, man. Oh, yeah, by the way, I hope you all enjoyed my new video of my hype video on Marquise Goodwin. That took a while for me to come up with a song that actually fits his character. It actually took me a while, so there's Ted. Like, come on, man. Oh, yeah, and half of the 49ers fans doesn't even claim North Centennial. You guys are gonna fucking come up? and you guys say that you're part of the trash talk circle. Yet when I want the smoke, you don't want to come bother. You know what? I'd be fucking embarrassed to call you a dollar store channel like Tyson, fucking Real Talk Perez, but at least they fucking upload and are relevant. You two are fucking not. Two are fucking made for each other. I could make fun of Chess all fucking day if I want to. Everybody knows him. Everybody knows him fucking well. Nobody knows who the fuck you two are. You can't, Raider Cousin, you can't even name your fucking offensive line. And you call yourself a diehard Raiders fan. I can name you 5 of my of the Bears offensive line if I wanted to, with my eyes closed if I wanted to. Sam Mustipher, Cody Whitehair, Bobby Massive, Jaiye Fetty, James Daniel, Charles Leno. That's the entire fucking Bears linemen. Shall I continue? Alex Bars, that's 7. You can't even name your fucking offensive line. And they're a bunch of nobodies anyway. Didn't you guys have like a top 10 offensive line or some shit? Yet you can't even name one offensive lineman? Get the fuck out. Yeah, but he's still a part of the Bears. I still haven't heard that they've cut him. He's expected to be cut. Like, he's still on the main roster as of right now. Jimmy Graham. Cole Kmet. Running backs. Montgomery. Cohen. Damian Williams. You couldn't even name an offensive. I'm not even a Raiders fan, and I fucking exposed my entire offensive line. Yet you can't even name one. Not even one. Not even one backup. Diehard fucking Raiders fan. You're a diehard fucking. I don't even know. You're not a diehard Raiders fan. The only team that you'll ever be a part of in your life is basically the motherfucking Sacramento Kings, who basically have done nothing. Fuck you. You don't deserve to be part of the Raiders fan base. I'm not even a Raiders fan, but if I was a Raiders fan, I personally go to your fucking crib and get a belt and smack the shit out of you. And say, if I see you in that fucking Raiders hat or that Raiders gear, I smack the shit out of you. The same thing goes for you, A-Bomb, if I was a 49ers fan. If I ever see you with a 49ers tattoo, I'd take that shit, I'd tie you to a chair, and I spray you with water until that shit is gone. And I said, if you don't keep that crap off you one more time, I'm going to do that fucking shit again, you fucking pussy. And by the way, the reason why I had to take that picture off the fucking screen is because it was breaking my fucking screen because of looking at their ugly faces. God damn. And you're threatening to fucking doxing people, man. We're not afraid of you. I know you flagged JP's channel. I'm not that fucking stupid. I'm not even a big JP fan. I sort of don't like his content, but I know for a fact that you did it, Raider Cousin. And I know A Bomb had to be a part of it because it's a coincidence that said, oh, A Bomb said, oh, JP got what he fucking deserved. And it's almost been 20 minutes and both of y'all haven't even shown up. Anybody in the chat want to click on that link that I just pinned? Either one of you, Matthew or that other dude, your name is like Jonathan or something. I'm just gonna call you John for like, because I don't want to sit here and basically talk shit to them. I just basically want to just want to get on with the stream because I would hate to end the stream right now and basically just me talking shit about them and their personal life. I don't know, awesome kid. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he'll come by being telling me like, oh, these dudes are not going to show up. That what's the fucking point of going live? I'm just telling you all the fucking truth. I know who took down JP in the New Orleans Saints live stream. It wasn't Nance, whoever was that Saints fan. I can't even like say his name, like Nazi or something like that. It wasn't Joker. Joker even admitted that he was trolling about it. I know it was Raider Cousin, and it's for a motherfucking fact that after JP's channel got taken down, that Raider Cousins went live. JP's mom confronted him, and Raider Cousin muted him. I mean, excuse me, Raider Cousins muted her. So I know for a fucking fact it is Raider Cousin. And you know what's the worst thing about it, awesome kid? This fucker won't show up. Neither of these people will show up. They rather be on somebody's live stream or their own so they have more control of the live stream. Gotta see if he's gonna make a fucking bullshit live stream about me. This dude went for on fucking 3 hours. Ain't nobody, and that fucking shit got like 5 views. JP was crying. No shit, he wasn't fucking crying. No fucking shit, he was crying because his channel was gone because somebody backstabbed him. I don't like JP, but it's kind of fucked up that Raider Cousin backstabbed him. And the worst part about it is, I see Raider Cousins like fanboys trying to defend him, saying it's Joker or that other Saints guy, Nazi or some shit. No, it's obvious. I know JP's not going to admit it because he wants to keep the trash talk circle around him, but I know the fucking true colors. No, it's not that he worked for 7 years. It's the fact that he got backstabbed by Raider Cousin. I don't know, like Bears question, like talk about the Marquise Brown signing. Because I've been meaning to do a video on that of my reaction to it, but I only did like a hype video on Marquise Brown. I think it's a 50-50 chance if he stays healthy. But I personally want to know what's going to happen to Anthony Miller. Are we going to cut him? Are we going to trade him? Like, what are we going to do? Are we going to keep Miller as a bench player, as a water boy, or we're going to cut or trade Miller? Like, there's many questions that I want to get off my chest about the Bears. Are we going to trade up to get a quarterback? If we were to, which quarterback should we take? If we don't take a quarterback, who should we take at the 20? Like, there's many questions. Should I expect Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy to be here for next season? No. $25 yet none of these fuckers even showing up. I'm obviously waiting for CEO Top Dog to come on here, be like, why are you wasting your fucking time? Like, come, like, I'm trying to be like, trying to be more. When it comes to these trash talks, I kind of like. Guys want to ask me questions, I'm more than happy to answer because I'm gonna try to keep this live stream entertaining until I get bored or one of them shows up. If you want to ask questions, it is what it is. Well, new person, new.
Yeah, what's going on, bro? Not only I want to talk about the new signing with Marquise Goodwin and what we're gonna do with Anthony Miller. Honestly, I'm wondering, how do you feel about Cordell Patterson being released or not
Well,
being released?
well, Cordell. It only hurts on special teams, but he's not really a running back that you can trust. He's a gadget type of running back.
It's not even he's more really a receiver, but he can make some moves in the backfield, and if he break out in the open field, we know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I just felt like they could have resigned him because, like you said, he is terrific in special teams, and he one of the best out there. So that's how I really felt about that. Like, god damn, they could have and should have resigned him. I'm pretty sure they had enough cap
Well,
space. So,
To be fair, I kind of did have a feeling that Cordell wasn't going to resign after we signed Damian Williams.
Hmm. Yeah,
And trust me, Damian Williams, he's a superstar.
which I was surprised that the Chiefs didn't resign him. Point blank, period. I didn't know what that was about.
I'm shocked that the Bears picked him up though.
I'm kind of shocked but happy about it still at the same time. You know, he is a productive back.
Okay, well, to be fair, we could have all these good signs, but if we don't get the quarterback position right, we're gonna fucking struggle. So
Yeah, true.
what is what does Dalton have to do to, basically, prove everybody wrong? You like he doesn't have he's like 33-year-old quarterback. He was a starter on the Bengals and was a backup on the Cowboys. He was there when Dak was hurt. So, what does Andy Dalton have to do in order for us to say that, okay, Dalton, we believe in you now?
Well, the main thing that he's going to have to do is improve on his post read routes because he is excellent in pre snap routes. Is his post snap recognition that's fucking terrible, and that's what leads to him usually turning the ball over and having a high interception ratio. Or he tend to hold the ball too damn long when he gets sacked. That's something. And now, even though he was still a superstar his first few seasons in Cincinnati, that was still one of his main problems. That still also held back the Bengals, and also the reason why he's on for in playoff games and hasn't had that much success. So if he's able to improve on his post snap reads, then he can have a lot of success with any team, especially with the Bears, especially with the talent that they now have after all those signings.
And speaking of talent, we have lots of talent. We got Robinson who signed the franchise tag. We got Darnell Mooney, who's obviously one of the greatest rookie receivers that the Bears have had, like in a very very long time.
Yeah,
Like, and we have
yeah.
Marquise Goodwin. Like he'll be like doing the slants, but I don't know what we're gonna do with Miller. Is the main like, do we trade him to move up in the draft, or do we cut him to save cap space, or do we keep him as a bench player?
Well, most likely they probably will cut him late. If they do keep him, he's gonna probably be switching in and out with like Riley Ridley. Like Ridley probably gonna get more of a chance now. Or because I don't know if they're gonna resign Miller or what's the other guy name that really didn't do much. I can't even remember his name, even though he dropped a touchdown against the Saints.
Javon Wims.
Yeah, like one or two of them is going to be released, and I'm pretty sure if
Javon
they
Wims
release
is
it,
definitely Javon Wims is definitely going to get released. There is no question about it.
so I'll put it like this: if they release Williams, and if they can't find another receiver, Miller probably going to end up on the team, and then they probably going to ride out the end of his contract, and then get rid of him because they probably going to be cheaper to keep her than to release him.
I mean, to be fair, I'd rather keep Miller than keep Wims because what does Wims do like on the field? Like what catches does he make? Like what does he do on the field that makes you look at him and say, "Oh damn, you're so good, Wims." But when I at least Anthony Miller like has been clutch, like the game winner against the Lions and the Falcons. Like I've seen, at least Miller has done something. What has Wims done?
Yeah, that's what he did last year. He's I don't know because Williams really hasn't done much even in 2019 when he got hurt against the Cowboys. He had multiple chances before that to catch the ball and dropped it, and then later on, of course, he got injured. So he really hasn't done much. Of course, we know about Anthony Miller, what he did his rookie season, having 7 receiving touchdowns, and then since then he's fallen off since then. After that, 2019, he was non-existent, and then probably 5, 6 game stretch. He got his yardage back up, then fell back off the face of the earth. Of course, last year he had the 2 game wonders. He was looking like he was going to do something, and then after that, basically was non-existent once again for the rest of the season. So we know now that he's very inconsistent, and if he doesn't get the ball right away, he takes himself out of the game, and that's infuriating as a fan to see because we need players that if you're not getting the ball, or if, even if you is, keep your head in the game, and that's something that he's really not doing.
Yeah, but sometimes Miller just talks a lot. Like like in the wild card, I don't know what happened, but you saw him like punched like CJ Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, because he got lack of control, lack of control. That's what he has. That's a personal problem. That's on him. That's something that he has to work on. That he has to work on himself with that. Because talking is gonna happen. He's played football. We all play. If you played football before, every it's shit talking at every level, even Pee Wee. It's always gonna be shit talking. So I don't know what like that man a little bit too fucking emotional for me to tell you the truth because it's gonna be yapping all game, every game, period. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're right about that. But to be fair, I'm also going to bring up a thing that was never mentioned. Matt Nagy brought in the whole Bears squad, Bears like squad defense and offense, and they basically told them not to go after CJ Gardner Johnson.
Well,
Which,
shit, that's something I didn't really know about. So you're gonna have to tell me more about that.
yeah, but I didn't. Well, I didn't want us to like. I didn't expect us to like lose in a blowout fashion against the Saints, but a part of me thought that you know even though like we made the playoffs, I don't think that the Bears fans wanted Mitch. Like, you agree that the only reason that people are mad about Andy Dalton is because we were teased with Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson.
I put it like this: even if us Bears fans wasn't teased with those two, you still like I was pissed either way because I always said this: if you can't get either one of those guys, bring back Mitch Trubisky. But they didn't. Of course, Trubisky at Buffalo and Andy Dalton is with the Bears. So I was mad about it either way. Now, other Bear fans, you're gonna get different opinions, different interactions. So that's all. It's gonna be some that's gonna side. But what I said is some gonna be like, well, yeah, I'm pissed off because it was Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson. So I'm both. I'm more so in between. You know, I'm also mad that not only we didn't get Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson, and we still let Mitchell Trubisky walk, and then boom, we get Andy Dalton who didn't perform at the best standards last year when he started 9 games. What he won 2 or 3 games out of 9, and
Well,
still was injury prone.
well, I'm also gonna say the same thing. Like, Bears fans wanted Sam Darnold, even though
Yeah,
even though Sam Darnold basically hasn't really done anything since his second season. So I'm just like gonna say this: what's the difference between having Andy Dalton, who basically even though the NFC East was basically like the worst division in like
What?
the
My fault, bro.
all right, so like I said, what's the difference between Sam
I'm
Darnold
doing the
and
show. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't even hear nothing you said because of shit. I was talking to my girl real quick. My fault, bro.
oh, so what's the difference between Sam Darnold and Andy Dalton? Because Darnold really didn't do anything special this season outside of his sophomore year of being in the NFL. Then what's the difference between having Sam Darnold and Andy Dalton?
Shit. Well, I put it more like this. If you want to compare the two, then I'd rather have Dalton over Sam Darnold because Sam Darnold has been looking like he's basically regressed tremendously over time. And of course, you're gonna take more. You're gonna take experience over somebody that hasn't done nothing since he's been in the league. They praised him for having a 7-9 record. I think his second year. Oh, he things are getting better in New York. How? That wasn't a playoff berth. If it was at least a playoff berth, then I'd be like, okay, at least it's something. But it wasn't even that. So if you were to put it in that type of terms, then of course you're gonna take Andy Dalton over him because of course he's been in the playoffs multiple times, even though he didn't win nothing. It's still he still went to the playoffs. He still had success. He still was a Pro Bowl alternate. Still sent AJ Green to the playoffs multiple times. Yada yada yada. I can keep that conversation going, and keep burying Sam Donald. He's really hasn't done shit, and now he's around better weapons in Carolina. We're gonna see how it's gonna turn out this season. Is he gonna still be that same player he was in New York, or was it just a simple fact that it was New York? That's how we'll
Well,
find out.
to be fair, a lot of people that said like Sam Darnold's problems came from Adam Gase, and if you look at it from a perspective of what happened with Andy Dalton on the Cowboys, the dude had Mike McCarthy, and he had like a bottom like the Cowboys offensive line was basically like injured the entire season. They were like the 28th ranked offensive line, and I people want to say the only reason why the Cowboys missed the playoffs because Dak was hurt. The Cowboys were 1-3 when Dak was hurt. I'm not trying to hear that.
And I still believe if he was there, those games, those close games that they lost, they would have won, and they probably would have been 9-7 instead of whatever record they finished with. What
Well,
6-10, 7-9.
I'm gonna have to disagree because even with even the issues came far from not having Dak Prescott. It was just Mike McCarthy's gameplay. Like the dude basically, you know, was just ass. Like without Aaron Rodgers, he basically collapsed. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you saw during the Atlanta
I don't
Falcon
know.
game.
I don't know really how because he can't play defense. The defense will collapse, and they will be the ones who give up 20, 30, 40 points per game. Yeah, the offense is supposed to score, but if your defense immediately give up 14 points within the first 5 to 7 minutes of a game, and your offense haven't even had a chance to even get in rhythm, then what?
And
I'm
that's the
talking.
reason why I didn't think Dallas would make the playoffs because they had the worst defense in the league.
Even though it's crazy that they still had almost the same identical defense the year before that was like a top 10 defense. I think they was probably missing a few players, maybe one here, one there, but for the most part, they have just about everybody damn near, you know,
I mean,
bar
to be
none,
fair,
someone getting injured here and there.
Yeah, I
They
that's
just
why I
played
think.
terrible.
Oh, come on. So I want to the like. I'm not trying to say like Dalton's is better than Dak. No, I'm not saying like you know. I'm just gonna say this in plain simple. I don't think any quarterback would make a difference because let's just say prime example. Dak was there. He needed to win a game. He beat the Giants. It, I don't think it would have mattered because the Eagles tanked the game, and so that could have been the Giants, that could have been the Cowboys, it could have been either one of those teams. Both of those teams would have not made the playoffs because the Eagles tanked.
Yeah, but if Dak plays, I don't think they in that position. I think they in a better position. I think they probably the lead horse, like they damn it been since he got there in 2016. Really, since him and
Well,
Ezekiel Elliott screwed up, they've been top dogs.
okay, okay. So I'm gonna drop. Dak is getting paid 40 million, right?
Yeah,
So they pay him 40 million. What has he really done outside of his rookie year? He made the playoffs only one time outside of his rookie season. He won 13 games his rookie season and got knocked out of the playoffs by Aaron Rodgers. He makes it back in the playoffs, but his first season after he went 13-3, he missed the playoffs because Zeke was hurt. Then the next season, he makes the playoffs, wins against Seattle, but loses to the team that made it to the Super Bowl, the Los Angeles Rams. But I'm also going to drop something on like Dallas had like a 3 nothing division lead before the season started, and basically Cowboys fans wouldn't shut up like Super Bowl like stuff like that, and they had a division. It was right there in Dak's hands. All he needed to do was beat the Eagles practice squad, and he was in the playoffs. And I think the Cowboys would have made a run in the playoffs, but it was right there. It All he had to do was beat the Eagles squad back practice squad, and he would have made it in. But the dude couldn't even beat Carson Wentz and the whole practice squad. So what's really the difference? But I don't know why people think that Dak deserves that money. But if you don't make the fucking playoffs, I'm not paying you that fucking shit because you lost to a practice squad team. A team. I don't even know who the hell those Eagles receivers were.
yeah, but ain't they still NFL players? There's plenty of players that came out of nowhere for the practice squad that was some shit like that that messed around and been Hall of Famers. Guys are seventh round picks, undrafted. It was just their night. It was just their time. You know, the stars aligned in their favor. This is basically what happened. We've seen that happen plenty of times. The 2007 Patriots versus the 2007 Giants in the Super Bowl. What happened? The Giants won. They destroyed the juggernaut. It happens. You know,
Yeah, but to be
that's why it's
fair,
called professional sports.
Dak is asking for like Mahomes money, and like most of his numbers when he had those monster numbers before he got hurt this season, most of his numbers came in garbage time. I really don't
Yeah,
like this. Like
I agree.
I like Dak as a player. I think he's a very good fantasy player, but I don't think all of his stat lines come from garbage time before he got hurt.
I've seen it firsthand when they played the Bears in 2019 when the Bears smacked the shit out of him. Majority of his yards came towards the end of the fourth quarter when the game was already over, and he scored, I think, 2 touchdowns at the end to make it look closer. But the whole time, the Bears was up like, what, 34-14 or something like that, 34-10, or 31-10 to be exact. So
Yeah.
I've seen it already. So I'm like, I agree with all of that. I'm not even saying that he deserves to have that money, but at the same time, when it come down to it, garbage time or not, those numbers looking pretty solid, and that's solid enough to get paid. Plain and simple. And the simple fact that he did take him to the playoffs his rookie year, and he did take him to the playoffs a few more times, regardless of not if he won it or not. We know how hard it is to win in the NFL just by watching what happens every year with certain teams that they end up winning a few years and then after that fall off for the next few years. So it's like it is what it is. Pay that man his money. He a quarterback. And the rate keep going up. But because Patrick Mahomes got paid that money, that's the reason why he asked for it. He know he's not gonna get it, but he's gonna get something within that boundary. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the name of the game of the business. And that's exactly what he did. And guess what? Any quarterbacks that put up that similar stat line is gonna try to do the same thing. They're gonna ask for Dak Prescott money, knowing they're not gonna get it, but they're gonna get something within that boundary. That's
All
what it
right.
is, man.
So if we're talking about stats, like, it doesn't really like matter if it was in like garbage time or not. I'm just gonna say this. Jameis Winston had in 2019, he had like 5,000 yards and 33 touchdowns. I can understand the interceptions, but the dude was a game out of the playoffs, and we basically like see like memes of like Jameis Winston, like, Winston like threw 2 picks a game and still won more games than Dak did this year. And I know Dak was hurt, but I'm kind of gonna have to disagree that Dak was like the main reason why the Cowboys missed. Because I have a feeling like the reason why the Cowboys missed the playoffs was because of Mike McCarthy's game plan. Like, did you see how he motivated his players against the
Mike
Vikings?
McCarthy, Mike McCarthy game plan was just one of the parts. Dak Prescott, but Dak Prescott not being there is one of the major parts. And then you bring up someone that threw 30 picks in the season because he won because what they went 7-9 or something like that in 2019. It was like a
Yes,
game.
they were 7-9,
They were 7-9 because he threw 30 picks. Dak
and
Prescott didn't even get the chance to finish the season. If every time Dak Prescott has had a completed season, I think they at least had a winning record, even if they didn't make the playoffs. If I'm wrong, they probably was like one game off. But they has always had a winning record if he played a complete season. You can't compare somebody that's had constant success to somebody that's been inconsistent his whole career. And even though, yeah, their 33 touchdowns look nice, the 5,000 yards look nice, but the reason why they went 7-9 is because the man threw 30 picks. And that's the reason why when Tom Brady showed up, he didn't throw 30 picks. And guess what? His consistency and leadership is the reason why they went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl because of him and of course the front seven of the Buccaneers defense just wreaking havoc all goddamn game. But like I
okay,
said,
I'll give
you can't
you.
compare no James Winston and him on no shit like that.
Well, the Bucks with Jameis were like a bottom five defense. You could agree that 2019 the Bucks defense didn't look that good.
No, they didn't. It's just what happens when you change a few personnel. You get rid of the weaker links, and you keep the guys that's provide you something. And guess what? It's magic in a bottle that year. They can have the same guys next year, and then the following year they all fall the hell off and get injured. And the Bucks defense will look like it did a few years before that. And the Bucks don't win 10 games. They won at 1 and 9 or 8 games and miss the playoffs. It can happen. I've seen it happen. Personally with the Bears, they went to the Super Bowl. They lose Super Bowl the following year, 2007. Offense fall off. Defensive players inconsistent and hurt the whole year. They finished 7-9. after going 13-3. So it's like it can happen. I've seen it happen with multiple teams.
Yeah,
You
but what
know,
you have to understand about Jameis Winston, he's a very good game manager. Like I feel like he will be great on.
lies, lies. Stop lying, lies.
I
That
feel
man
like
ain't
he'll
no
be
damn
good.
game manager. 30
I have a
picks
feeling
ain't game manager. The fuck?
he'll be. I'll I'll be honest with you. Who'll have a better career on the New Orleans Saints than who'll have a better season than Dak. Just throwing it out there.
Man, that man gonna throw. He gonna still even with how good everyone is on his team. He gonna still throw like 17 picks. Gonna
Okay,
still throw
I'll
17.
give you quarterbacks that have been under Sean Payton. Drew Brees, I don't really think I need to bring up anything because we know how good Drew Brees is throughout his career. After he left the Chargers, his career transformed. Teddy Bridgewater was undefeated as a starter, and
Yeah, but
Taysom
Teddy
Hill.
Bridgewater was good. He was good even with the Vikings.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he was like undefeated as a starter on the Saints when Drew Brees got hurt.
Yeah, in 2019. And then we seen what happened when he wasn't with the Saints.
Yeah, and then Sean Payton. I'll also give you a gadget quarterback, Taysom Hill. He was 3-1 when Drew Brees was out. So is it out the wrong for me to think that Jameis will do better under Sean Payton? I think they'll find a way to win the
You
division.
you still they will win the division in spite of Jameis Winston because it's one thing that those quarterbacks don't do that Jameis Winston do, and it's turn the damn ball over. Everybody you mentioned do not turn the ball over. Jameis Winston is a walking turnover. He reminds me of Peyton Manning his first 3 years in the league. Was fucking crazy. Like Peyton Manning was just he'd just throw that shit to the defense like you can have that. That's what the hell Jameis Winston do at any given time. He he has he sent people to the Pro Bowl. Okay, Jameis Winston sends people to the Pro Bowl. Uh, Either way, offensively and defensively. So, and that's me not trying to crack jokes and shit, but that's the truth. Jameis Winston is a walking turnover. He throws touchdowns like a motherfucker, but he also throws picks like a motherfucker. That's why I say he probably gonna wind up throwing 33 touchdowns again, but he gonna throw
All
about
right.
17 picks. That's all I'm
So
saying.
so so when Jameis Winston has a better record than the Cowboys, you better come on this live stream, the whatever this live stream is, and tell everybody I was wrong.
What? What are you talking about? I never said anything like that. I just said that I even said that the Saints might still win the division with Jameis Winston. All I'm saying is that man gonna still be turning the ball over like a motherfucker. That's why I said the Saints probably gonna wind up winning in spite of him. He's gonna win them a few games because he does have the offensive talent. It's just that nigga mind is crazy. It's like he be seeing double and he just be throwing straight to a defender. Like he be like, hey, you can have that. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I'm
well, I'm not listen. I'm not going to make an excuse for him throwing an interception because that's a decision making that he needs to get cleaned up when he plays for the Saints. But once Sean Payton, who has a history known as reviving quarterbacks, like he did with Bridgewater, him being undefeated, like I have a feeling that Sean Payton will, find a way to resurrect Jameis's career. But I don't think
I
Jameis
don't
is going to. I
well
don't
I
think
don't think
that.
he well go ahead.
I don't think Jameis will be like a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. I just think that Sean Payton will find a way to resurrect his career.
I don't know, man, because I put it like this. He didn't really, to me, he didn't resurrect Teddy Bridgewater career. Bridgewater had always been an excellent decision maker in terms of passing the football. Only thing is he doesn't have a real strong arm. So that's why with the Vikings he did a lot of play action. You know, we know about his career. He would have still been, to me. He probably would have still been with the Vikings until Kirk Cousins trade if it wasn't for that head injury he suffered, and then they wound up moving on from him after he suffered a knee injury and everything else. So his career really didn't get revitalized. It was just that it got re-exposed, and he did well with an excellent team. But we saw what happened when he went to a worse team. Now, like I said, Jameis Winston, he's gonna still do well because he has the talent. It's just his ass a little slow, so he gonna do a lot of slow shit.
Well, I guess we'll see who's right, but I'm gonna stick with my decision. You still. How many touchdowns and interceptions that you think Jameis will throw this season?
Somewhere between 25 to 30 touchdowns, and somewhere between 14 to 20 interceptions.
I think he's gonna have he's probably gonna not realistically have an elite season because I feel like that's realistically impossible unless he proves both of us wrong. But as of this point, I just see him having an average season despite you know fixing the turnover problems. I just see him throwing 21 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
Oh, and also he gonna throw somewhere between maybe 3,500 to 4,000 yards because they're gonna let him sling it.
Yeah, yeah,
They're gonna start him off slow, maybe the first 3 games, but by mid season he gonna be slinging that motherfucker. I'm telling you, he gonna win in some games because his arm talent is just that his decision making skills is off the charts. He retired it in terms of throwing the football. He will send a defensive back to the Pro Bowl just based
yeah.
off 1 game.
Like I said, I'm not making an excuse for his decision making. I'm not really in charge. I can't make an excuse for decision making. All I have to say is if Jameis Winston wants to prove you wrong about him being elite on the Saints, then he's going to have to fix the turnover problem.
of, of course he will. Shit, I'm telling you, he make people go to the Hall of Fame. He said he do a lot. He do too much. Shit, that's all I'm saying.
All right, so we good. We good.
Shit, other than that, man, what else on what other topic you got going on right now?
Well, it's been an hour and these two folks haven't even shown up. But I made it fun talking to you about James Winston and the Bears.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Shit, who was the two people that were supposed to show up again?
Raider Cousins and A Bomb.
Oh man, if they would have showed up, that shit probably would have been funny as hell on life.
You
On
you
life.
should have been on here when TikTok Chess Hall was on here.
I think I missed that one. I probably was at work. I don't know shit.
I mean, you should have been there. Man, the two was funny, and then me and Seal Top Dog, also another co-host that didn't show up here tonight. But if I'm looking at it, I basically cornied him to death with my fart jokes.
Hell no. Hell no, man. But shit. Yeah, man, it's been over an hour, bro. And I don't know if we're gonna be on anything else, because I haven't been watching the news and shit like that. I just been keeping up with a little bit here and there. That's how I know what's going on. But shit, man, I'm finna head out in a minute, bro. I'll holler at you, brothers.
All right, have a good night.
All right, man. You too.